What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Houston Productions video. I'm your host Lucas to bring you another recommendation video, and I'm bringing you my top 10 TV shows of the year. The year 2022 is wrapping up, and it has been an absolutely incredible year for television. We might be in one of television's heydays because there has been so much quality content that has come out. It is the holidays, which means you're probably traveling, you're sitting down with your family, you're looking for something good to watch, but you don't know what streaming service, you don't know what to choose because there are just too many options. I'm here to bring you my top 10 TV shows of the year. These will not be in any particular order, and there will be a variety of genres from a variety of streaming services and something for everybody's kind of taste. I will not be spoiling any major plot lines, so this movie is good to go, spoiler free, but if you feel like there's something I may have left out, or something that you think was really worth the hype that I didn't overlook or I didn't include in my list, or if you've seen anything that's on my list and you just don't agree, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what your favorite show of the year was. I would love to hear from you guys. And while you're doing that, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Everything helps the channel grow, and I greatly appreciate that. And then go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. It'll keep you up to date with all of our future videos and content. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into my top 10 TV shows of the year of 2022. And starting off my list in that first spot for you, like I said, no particular order. This is not based off of what I really preferred. This is just my top shows. Starting off, I'm going to have The Boys Season 3. Yes, if you have not seen The Boys, I think that this is probably one of the most entertaining shows out there. Yes, it's very popular. You probably have seen it before, but if you haven't, the Season 3 was absolutely fantastic. A lot of twists and turns. I love seeing Jensen Ackles actually suit up as a superhero. That was incredible. And like I said, this is the third season. So you have 2 other seasons plus that entire third season to go ahead and binge this holiday season. So go ahead and download it onto your iPad, your phone, your laptop, whatever you're watching on, and just sit back and enjoy a great comedy action show only on Amazon Prime. So go ahead and check out The Boys Season 3 in my number 1 slot. And moving right around to my second recommendation I have for you, I'm going to bring up what may be probably the sneakily good hit of the year, and I'm talking about Andor. Yes, the first season of Andor that debuted on Disney Plus was fantastic. If you enjoyed Rogue One, you will absolutely love Andor. In my opinion, this is probably the best Star Wars content that has come out since Rogue One. I was a huge fan of Rogue One. I thought it was incredible. I liked the fact that it wasn't very Jedi focused. Andor kind of picks up right before Rogue One happened, and it is a great show. It is a little bit of a political war espionage kind of drama. There are no Jedi. It's not very heavily focused on the Force. It is all about the rebellion. And if you are someone like me who loves the Star Wars universe outside of what the Jedi have to offer, this is a great show. Great to watch with your family. Anyone who's a Star Wars fan will enjoy this. So go ahead and check out the first season of Andor only on Disney Plus. And we're moving right around into my number 3 recommendation, and coming from HBO Max is none other than House of the Dragon. I think that House of the Dragon has finally, softened a little bit of the blow that was the final season of Game of Thrones for some people. I personally didn't hate the last season of Game of Thrones. I understand it was probably the weakest season. It could have had a lot more closure to a lot of the story plots and storylines that were brought up, but House of the Dragon gives you the best of Game of Thrones. It picks up right into what, everybody called the Game of Thrones, the politicalness of it, the scheming, the plots, the backstabbing, the way of words and what words really mean and who knows what and how do they know it from who. House of the Dragon was well worth the watch, and if you enjoyed those middle seasons of Game of Thrones, which were probably the best seasons, you will definitely enjoy House of the Dragon. Now, there are a little bit of big time jumps in here, so that can be jarring for some people, so make sure you are paying attention. But if you're okay with the time jumps, you're okay with the changing actors and actresses, then definitely check out House of the Dragons, only on HBO Max. And going right into my number 4 pick, and ironically, it is Stranger Things Season 4, only on Netflix. Yes, Stranger Things came back this year, and it was a great season. Now, there were some pacing issues. I'm aware of that. I am fully aware that some of the character building kind of got lost. How do you forget Will's birthday? I don't know. Things like that have occurred in this season and throughout the show as a whole, but if you can kind of get past that and just enjoy the progressively good acting that each one of these actors has been able to do, the way that they're together, intertwining all the different people's emotional aspects and the story plots. This was a good season. It made me even more excited to see how Stranger Things ends next year, so I can't wait for season 5. And like I said, this being the 4th season, there is plenty to sit down and binge. I recommended my mom finally take the time to sit down and watch Stranger Things, and she loved it so much that she managed to get all the way through season 3 and then all the way through season 4 before I had the chance to. So if you enjoy Stranger Things, you enjoyed that nostalgia, you enjoy seeing how actors can progressively get better at their craft, definitely check out Stranger Things season 4, only on Netflix. And moving right along into my number 5 recommendation, also on HBO Max, I'm talking about Industry Season 2. Now, Industry was one of the shows that just came out of nowhere. It was such a phenomenon if you're aware of it. Now, it kind of flew under the radar for most people, but the first season of the show Industry was top notch, and season 2 does it even better. It raises the stakes, it addresses the pandemic head on, it doesn't run away from the real world and what's happening. It is an incredible show. Now, it is a little talky head, it is English, so it does have a little bit of a different kind of acting style and storytelling, but if you can get into it, this show is well worth the watch and you will absolutely love it. And like I said, this is the 2nd season, so that first season is out there, and so is the entire 2nd season. So go ahead and check out Industry on HBO Max. And moving right into my next recommendation, HBO Max, in my opinion, probably had the best year of television, because my next recommendation is also from HBO Max, and I'm talking about The White Lotus Season 2. Now, The White Lotus, it's a hard show to explain. You're just gonna have to sit down and just enjoy the watch experience because it is incredible. The acting is phenomenal. The first 2 seasons are loosely related. Jennifer Coolidge is the only one who actually makes an appearance in both seasons, but this show has a way of grabbing you and not letting you go. You want to know what it's about. You can't describe it to your friends, but you will sit down and have hours-long discussions about just ideas and plots and what really things meant, who said these things and why. It is an incredible show. It is a feat of storytelling that is well worth the watch, and both seasons are currently streaming on HBO Max. So definitely check out The White Lotus Season 2 if you haven't already and you've already seen the first season. But if you haven't seen the first season, this will be a great holiday kind of a show to get into. It's also kind of short. It's, each season is based off of what a 1-week vacation would be at the White Lotus Resort. So each season actually only has 7 episodes. So 14 episodes in total. Great show, great story, great plot lines. Kind of gets you guessing and wondering what's going to happen. Definitely take the time to check out White Lotus Season 2, only on HBO Max. And my next recommendation, coming from Paramount Plus, is none other than 1883. Now, I understand that there were a lot of loose ends. Some of the story didn't really make all that much sense. But if you're a fan of Yellowstone, if you enjoy the Dutton family, if you enjoy that drama, the cowboy vibe, the 21st century version of cowboys, and you just enjoy that Western aesthetic, definitely watch 1883. Sam Elliott delivers a performance for the ages. It is absolutely incredible. I thoroughly enjoyed this show much more than I actually thought I was going to. I kind of thought this was just going to be a cheap, corny spinoff of Yellowstone. And to an extent, it is, but it's also a very good standalone show. If you enjoy Westerns, this is well worth checking out. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill absolutely kill it with the chemistry that they have as well. Definitely check out 1883, especially if you're a Yellowstone fan, only on Paramount Plus. And my next recommendation, coming from Hulu/FX, is an incredible series. One I didn't even know was coming, but once it came, I was absolutely hooked, and so were so many people. It is none other than The Bear. Anybody who has worked in the food industry kind of knows the stresses of what it's like to be in that kitchen and kind of experiencing the chaoticness of a rush and wanting to do something well and be respected for what you do. The Bear is a phenomenal show. It was very early on approved for season 2. I'm talking about like just days after it debuted on FX, and it is incredible. If you enjoy good acting all around, the entire cast is incredible. If you enjoy good chemistry between the actors, you enjoy a good plot line, a good story, sneak guest appearances and people you really didn't know that were going to be in the show. This is incredible. Definitely check out The Bear if you haven't done so. It is well worth the watch. It is a little vulgar at times, so probably leave this one behind if you're watching it with a bunch of your younger family members. And to be honest, most of these shows probably are a little too mature for most people, except for Andor, one of my earlier recommendations. The Boys is a little mature. House of the Dragon is very mature. Stranger Things is teetering on a little mature. It has mature things themes, but you can definitely watch it with your family. Industry is a no-go for the family, especially the young ones. White Lotus, 1883. But The Bear, just depending on who you are, is a great watch, especially if you've ever been in any type of restaurant environment. The acting is incredible. Definitely check out The Bear if you haven't done so already. And my next recommendation is, take a guess. Where do you think it's from? It is from HBO Max again. I'm sorry, like I said, I think that HBO Max just killed it with their original content this year. And my next recommendation is Hacks Season 2. The first season of Hacks was something I wasn't expecting to like. I kind of thought it sounded like a corny idea. I didn't really understand how they were going to execute this, but I am glad that my buddy recommended this to me because it was an incredible first season, and the second season does not stop. It just continues to improve on the formula that they had. It takes it out of Las Vegas and puts them on the road, and I'm telling you what, it is a great watching experience. Me and my wife sit down and we enjoy it absolutely every minute and every episode of Hacks. So if you have not sat down to see Hacks Season 1, go ahead and watch all the way through that and prepare yourself for Hacks Season 2, which is far and above better than the first season, and the next season of Hacks is already in production and on its way. So check out Hacks Season 2 only on HBO Max. And my final recommendation is coming from Apple TV Plus, and it is For All Mankind Season 3. Now, For All Mankind was a show that I was very late to catch up on. I did not hear about it. For some reason, I just completely missed it. It flew under my radar. I was trying too hard to, make sure I'm staying on top of all the Oscar movies. And I'll be having my top 10 movies of the year and then my Oscar predictions videos coming out soon. But For All Mankind was a show that, as soon as I finished that first episode, I immediately had to just click on the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. And I am so glad that Season 3 came out this year, because as soon as I was binging right up until that second season ended, Season 3 debuted, and I was able to watch it as it was coming out, and it was incredible. For All Mankind is a great alternate history, what-if kind of TV show. It is on that sci-fi aspect, but it is great. It looks great, it sounds great, it's acted well, the storyline and plot are amazing, and it's just one of those things that keeps you guessing. You really want to know what's going to happen to these characters and what the downfalls and consequences and repercussions are going to be. Great show. Definitely check out all 3 seasons, and especially check out Season 3 because it's my last recommendation on this list. However, I do have a bonus pick for you, and this one also does come from Apple TV Plus. I didn't include this in the original top 10 TV shows because it is a limited series, but my bonus pick for you is 5 Days at Memorial. Now, based off of a true story, this is a little bit of a dramatization of what happened after Hurricane Katrina, and this is a great kind of post-apocalyptic kind of show. Like I said, it is based on fact. It is a little over dramatized, but it chronicles the events of what happened in a lot of hospitals, specifically the Memorial Hospital located in New Orleans. This is a very gripping show. I think that it was something that I didn't know was coming out, but as soon as I saw the preview for it, it was one of my most anticipated shows, and it did not let me down. Each and every week, I know my wife were very excited to sit down and watch the next episode. It is well worth the watch. Only on Apple TV Plus. Check out 5 Days at Memorial as my bonus pick for you. But there we go, guys. That is going to be my top 10, 11 TV shows of the year of 2022. Now, I understand that there are a lot of shows that I did not include on this list. Like I said, these are my personal preferences. These are the shows that I know that I've already sat down to go ahead and start my rewatches on. These are the shows that I actively waited week to week to be able to watch. These were the shows that I was just very excited to have conversations and, brag to my friends and have speculations and really engage in the discourse and the conversations about these shows. Every one of these shows I found gripping. Every one of these shows I thought was absolutely incredible. I know that there are tons of other shows that I did not include on my list. Abbott Elementary, for example, was a top-notch comedy. Atlanta, a couple seasons of Atlanta came out this year, which were fantastic. Slow Horses. There's been a bunch of shows that I didn't include because this is, like I said, probably one of the best years of TV out there. Movies may be struggling a little bit, but TV is at an all-time high, guys. Go ahead and find something to watch. Sit down with your family. There is so much out there. Watch one of my 10 recommendations, 11, or just let me drop a comment down below. Let me know what I missed. Let me know what your favorite show of the year is. I would love to hear from you guys. And like I said, if you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up button. Helps the channel grow. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you haven't done so either. It'll keep you up to date for all my future videos. Like I said, I have my Oscar prediction video. I have my top movies of the year coming out. And I just got a lot of great content and reviews coming for you guys. So go ahead and stick around here at Houston Productions. Check out any of the other videos or reviews that we have for you currently. And until next time, guys, my name is Lucas here at Houston Productions. Happy watching, and I'll see you in the next one.